Diana, with her bright yellow hair and smiling face, was a girl who loved to chase adventures every day. One morning, she decided to play in the garden full of flowers in front of her window. But then, a rabbit entered the garden and caught Diana's attention. The rabbit, with its big ears, hopped towards Diana. Diana started to follow it. The rabbit ran along a magical path and led Diana deep into the forest. The forest looked more mysterious and exciting with every step. Colorful lights shined through the branches of the trees, as if there was magic in the forest. At the end of the path, Diana saw a giant mushroom. On top of the mushroom, there was a small, sparkling door. Diana decided to open the door and went inside. It was so colorful inside. There were bright stones, flying balloons, and little birds dancing everywhere. Suddenly, Diana heard a sound and a balloon appeared in the sky. The balloon floated towards Diana and began to lift her into the air. Diana looked down at the forest from high up, and her heart was racing with excitement. She didn't even notice how high she was. After a while, the balloon safely brought her back to the ground. Diana smiled and said, "I should do this again," and left the balloon. As Diana was walking towards her next adventure, a giant dog suddenly appeared in front of her. But this dog was not normal. Its fur was shining like golden light, and its eyes were as bright as stars. Diana, without fear, approached the dog and jumped onto its back. The dog began to run fast, climbing up a mountain. Diana's hair flew in the wind as the whole forest was far below. Diana felt closer to the sky from the high top. Suddenly, the giant dog jumped into the air. Diana felt like she was flying, her heart racing, and she was spinning happily in the air. But then they started to fall quickly to the ground. Diana didn't know what to do in the excitement, but just then, the dog jumped again, and they both landed safely. Diana got off the dog and said, "Next time, let's come down a bit slower," and laughed. But Diana's adventures were not over yet. Not far away, a huge rainbow appeared. The shining colors in the sky pulled Diana in. As she stepped under the rainbow, suddenly water started to flow from the ground. Diana was carried away by the water, sliding toward an island. The island was right at the end of the rainbow. When Diana arrived at the island, she saw a huge flash of light, and the whole island started spinning. Everything spun so fast that Diana couldn't understand what was happening. But when it stopped, everything around her looked much brighter and more colorful. Diana opened her eyes and looked around. The rainbow's colored stones fell to the ground. Diana picked up the stones with joy, feeling her heart race with excitement for new adventures. "What a wonderful world!" she thought and began to walk back home, smiling.